Hey everyone, welcome back to the Sunny Side. I'm Sunny, and today we're going to ask the cards, should you call? It's that simple. Should you call? Now, to clarify this, it can be, should you call him? Should you call her? Should you call the office? Should you call that place where you want to work? Should you call for school? Should you call for, like, order a pizza? Like, should you call? That's the question. Later on, we might make specific videos like, should you call him? Should you call her? Should you call the kids? You know, should you call whatever, man? But today, we're just going to ask a very general question. Should you call? Hey, Sonny, I ain't got nobody to call. What should I do? Well, then you go watch another video. All right, whatever. In addition to that, you might want to watch the video at like 1.25 speed or 1.5 speed. They tend to be a little longer. These videos are about 18 to 20 minutes long. So just a heads up on that. I like to watch these videos on fast forward. For those who don't know, I'm a professional psychic astrologer. I'm reading the tarot cards for you guys today, but I generally do a lot of astrology readings. And I do, if you want a personal reading, hit the PayPal link in the description box below. In addition to that, for a private reading over Skype or Zoom. In addition to that, I do lots and lots and lots of live streams where I do mini tarot and mini astrology readings for you guys. So if you're into that, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and here we go. Should you call? Should you call? Not is he going to call, not blah, blah, blah. Should you call? All right, now, let's do it. Hey, you guys are in for a treat today. I split up the decks. I'm going to use our deck. A while ago, a sunny sider named Pico, or Panda, she designed a major arcana for us, and let's see if I can use that today. I know you guys like seeing different decks. I know you guys like when I describe the cards to you, so maybe we'll do that. All right, should you call? Here we go. All right, 2 minutes of blah, blah. Way to go, Sonny. All right, the Knight of Coins. The Knight of Coins. Oh, I'm getting a lot of different decks up here now. the Knight of Coins. Okay, so the Knights, imagine the Knights as adolescent energy, right? The pages are always doing things for you, right? Like a page, or is a page like I don't know what a page is like. I can't think of another word, but a page is like a student. Say you're the knight, and the page is like always running around trying to help you, and it's their pages are studying. The knights are one step above for that. The knights are like, hey man, let's get going, let's go do it, let's check it on. It's now these are the coins, right? So you would think it has to do with money, but it's not just money. The coins are actually pentacles. The pentacles have to do with comfort and security and safety, and so you want to get on with things, man. Like I know I just described the pages, but the knights are one step above that. They're adolescent energy. There's an angst. It's let's get going. So maybe you want to get on with some kind of money thing, or maybe you want to get on with some kind of comfort and security. Like, this doesn't have to be a new job or money. Checking up on a new job or checking up on money. It could be a situation of a place where you want to live, or you want to buy a sofa or a real cool pair of shoes that you want. Comfort and security. The coins are actually pentacles. All right, the next, Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is a tough card to get, guys, especially this early in the reading. Should you call? It's should you call, not call out. It's not yell and scream and freak out about somebody. But the Ten of Wands, traditionally in astrology, we have it at Saturn in Sagittarius here. And this is going to put some kind of control. Technically, the card means you're doing too much for someone else. In most of the decks, now we're still in the Marchese deck here because Panda only made the major arcana for us. But in most of the minor arcana, most of the Ten of Wands, you'll see a guy walking up a hill or a castle or something, carrying 10 wands or 10 staves, and he looks tired and wiped out. And it's generally card means you're doing too much or carrying a burden for someone else. So be careful. Should you call? Well, it looks like you want to call. You get the Knight of Coins is getting really anxious, right? The Knight of Coins get anxious. Let's do it. And the Ten of Wands means maybe this calling thing that you're doing is actually for someone else. You might be calling on behalf of someone else, or you're waiting for someone else, or you're being punished for someone else, or you're taking the blame for someone else, or you are carrying the burden for someone else in this situation. Maybe you're calling on behalf of someone else, or whatever. Anyways, we'll see. Next, Two of Wands. So oh, it's reversed. So you probably don't have a choice in the situation. You probably feel like, oh my God, like this decision that you have to make, or the reason that you want to talk to the person is important. And it appears as if you can't move on unless you talk to the person. So like, it's obvious. If you want to call for a new job, obviously you can't move on until you hear from those guys. Or if it's a relationship, whatever it is, you might feel as if you can't do anything, and you might feel as if you have no choice and there are no options. You'll feel as if there are no options if you don't get this information that you're waiting from this person. So whatever. So that's the deal. That's obviously why you're filled with the angst and anxiety of, should you call? Should you call? I get it, Sonny. Anyways, this is where you're at right now. This is the foundation at the bottom here. And so far it looks like, yeah, you're stressing this out. You really are stressing it out. Should I call? Should I call? Should I call? Well, here's the thing. So far, it says you really want to call. You really want to call. This alone, the Knight of Coins alone, is enough about calling, you know? And you're calling because you're like, you want it, like it's too much. You're too wounded. And anyways, the choices. Next, anyways, you feel like there aren't any choices. All right, then we have the Four of Coins. You see this? This is the card of, you just worked really hard to accomplish whatever it is that you're doing. So don't give it away in one full swoop. I know this is the sun in Capricorn energy, but I look at the fours as the negative side of Venus. In some cards, it's the negative sign of Venus. In other cards, it's hold on to your money. don't spend all your money right now. It's reversed, so it's reversed. Okay, not only is it reversed, there's something going on in this reading where I think money is involved. I know as I started out this reading, I was generally thinking, should you call him? You know, like that's it. Hey, Sonny, should I? Because the question I get asked all the time, hey, Sonny, should I call this guy? Should I call this guy? Should I make the first move? It's what I usually, the question I'm usually asked. But in this situation, I think it's more along the lines, are you going to get the job? Or are you going to get into the thing? Or is something going to cause you comfort and security and safety? And, you know, should I spend the money to do it? You know, should I spend the money? Should I invest myself? The Four of Coins, remember, it's not just money. It's putting yourself physically on the line there. And you want to do it. Whatever it is that you want to call for, whatever information that you want, you clearly want it. So, like, you know, so you want it, but I don't know if it's a good idea to call yet. There's lots of reasons to call, right? All right, here we go. What's wrong with my chair? Okay, next, Justice is up. So this is what you want. And we'll pull up one of the first cards from Panda's deck here. It was fun. I remember when Panda was designing these, I was teaching the Sunnysiders about the different symbols in the cards. And I was encouraging Panda, where's the Justice card here? I was encouraging Panda to make sure she gets the symbols in there. And she does. It's important to have the balance in here. And she said, she put in a balance between love and money, and she has to have the sword up there because it's Libra energy, and it's a justice is coming, a balance is coming to the way you think, right? A balance, it's a kind of a restructuring. Anyways, Panda did a really good job with these cards. This is her version of the Justice card right here from our Sunnyside Tarot deck. All right, cool. Justice. So there's a balance coming, guys. There's a balance or a restructuring coming. I know you're waiting for the phone call, guys. I know you're waiting. That so far, if we're moving into it, I would say the Justice call says that the Justice card says you're going to get in contact with him soon. So I'm not sure if you're waiting, the Justice card says to tip the scales in the other direction, right? So far, you're anxious, right? There are lots of reasons. You're anxious, you're doing too much, you feel like there's no way out, you need your answer. And then you're afraid of putting yourself on the line. But the Justice card says it's Libra energy. You want to balance it out. It says to go ahead. You really should. Then the Palace of Swords. So there's a place where you have to get to, you know, a physical place where you have to get to recharge your batteries, right? It's a place you have to go to think, right? Swords, thinking. Then we get the King of Coins. It does appear as if there is money involved in this situation. You're probably wondering about a financial situation. It's really interesting. I thought this And make sure you're responsible with money, right? King of Swords, coins, be responsible with money, be responsible with yourself. And we have the Four of Coins reversed over here, saying you're going to have difficulty holding on to your money, right? But hold on to your money. Okay, next, not a big deal. So up here, it says take responsibility. It's not just money, guys. It's what you find, what gives you comfort and security. So maybe knowing you're in a stable relationship instead of being jerked around all the time is going to give you comfort and security. So far, the top line is saying you should call. Three of Wands, this is obvious. Three of Wands is the second decan of Aries energy. It's very clearly waiting for your ship to come in. He's waiting for his ship to come in. That's pretty simple. So you're in a holding pattern. I think you feel like waiting. We don't have the Six of Swords. You know, if we saw the Six of Swords, it would be a clear indication of not rocking the boat, of not calling. But in this situation, I think there's a balance that needs to happen. Justice card here, it does indicate there's a balance that's supposed to happen. King of Coins says you have to take control of your situation. And the Three of Wands is saying you're waiting, you're waiting, you're waiting, you're waiting. Then the Ace of Swords is reversed. This says, you want to know. I know you're asking me, should I call? Hey, Sunny, should I call? Should I call? But I think you really want to know is, are they going to call? That's what I think you really want to know. And the Ace of Swords is generally indicating that there would be some kind of new breakthrough or new beginning in whatever you're going to have, or there's a potential for some kind of communication thing happening. But like, generally right side up. If this card was right side up and the question was, is he going to call? I'd say, yeah, man, he's going to call. But it's reversed. So if you think he's going to call, the answer is no. He's not calling. You're not getting your message anytime soon. So if it was the High Priestess, we'd say, yeah, he's probably going to call. But so far, the question is actually, should you call? And in this situation, I say, yeah, you might not call because this is reversed. You might block yourself. This is saying you want to call, you want to call, you want to call. Lots of reasons to call. You should call. There's a balance. You need to take responsibility. Show people you're taking responsibility. At the same time, the Three of Wands is saying be patient. It's waiting, you know? It's waiting. Let's see what the next card says. If the next card is like the Emperor, then obviously you have to call. If the next card is like the Hermit, maybe not. Let's see what's going up. So far, you're waiting and there's no new communication. You're waiting, there's no new communication. What's next? The Page of Swords. Well, you got to learn to communicate. There you go. Page of Swords. This is you wanting to do everything, right? The sword, like I said earlier, the pages, you know, in medieval time, the pages are always running around the knights doing stuff for them. Look, you already have the Ten of Wands doing too much for somebody, and then you have the Page of Swords, which is like running around doing everything for somebody. So it does appear as if you're in an information void, and you're doing everything you think you should, and you just don't know if that's enough, and you seem to be waiting on an answer. Knight of Wands, reversed. That answer is not coming. It's not. You're going to wait, and you're going to wait, and you're going to wait. And look at this. Knight of Wands. You remember the Knight of Coins jumping into something financial? The Knight, getting on with some of your comfort and security. The Knight of Wands is the card of activity, man. It's the card of rushing into things. It's like the card of rushing into things in a very adolescent, hormonal kind of way. But this card is reversed. I know you wish that they would just get on their donkey and mosey on over and say yes, no, let's get on with things. But that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. This guy's not going to, it's not going to happen. If you're waiting for the phone call, it's not going to happen. So you're going to have to wait some more. You're going to have to Three of Wands, wait some more. The communication's not happening. You have to learn the lessons, and they're not doing it. So let's see. One more card. Should you call? Strength card reversed. I think what's going on is, oh, here we go. One of Panda's cards again. Major Arcana. Here we go. This is Panda's card for the Major Arcana of Strength. And we always have a maiden gaining control over some kind of beast in the Strength card. And in this one, they're actually, she tethered them together. See that little chain right there? Because you can't have your humanistic side without your animalistic side. And that's the lesson of the Strength card. The Strength card teaches you to have your humanistic have control over your animalistic urges, so take control. So if this card were to show up just like this, I would say, chill out, man. Be the, take your urging out. You're urging, you're freaking out. Unfortunately, the cards are reversed. So I think what's happening is you really are having control over your urges. I think you really are freaking out, and you really do want to, like, you're trying to be the good girl or the good boy, and you're not stressing out, and you're not playing too, you're not being too aggressive but in this situation, the Strength card revert, you're doing too much. You're having too much control. You got to go find your answers. And down here, 10 of Wands doing too much for someone else. Knight of Wands, they're not going to call. 3 of Wands, you're waiting. 4 of Wands, it's reversed. You need to know your stuff. You're probably hemorrhaging money, or if it's a financial thing, you're hemorrhaging money right now. Or if it's an emotional thing, your emotions need answers. You need this Libra thing. You need a balance. So should you call? I really think you should call. I really think you should call. The Strength card says, give in. It's reversed. Should you call? Strength card is saying at the very end that you should give in to your emotional state. Go ahead, do it. Give them a call, because whatever you're waiting for, Knight of Wands is not happening. So that's the action. Do your best to be your best. If you want a personal psychic astrology reading, hit the PayPal link in the description box below. Please subscribe to the channel. Please share the video, share the videos. And that's the action. Tune into one of the many live streams. And check out our horoscopes and check out all the other whatever. From the sunny side, I'm Sunny, wishing everyone the absolute best of a super duper beautiful day. Make sure you get out there, pick up that phone call. Remember something, it's always a good time. If there's someone that you love out there, you should tell them. You should tell them. If something's important, treat it as if it's important. And if you love someone, you should go out there and show them. This reading here says you're controlling yourself, you're sitting there, holding yourself back, but really, you should make a move. And that's the action. It's a game on, play, it's your move. From the TheSunnySide, I'm Sunny, wishing everyone the absolute best for a super beautiful day. And I'll see you guys soon.